But you know what? I tried something. You know what it might be? It might be I have to go in and change some settings, but at least I seen it up and it was on Facebook. I did see it on there. So
No worries, Brian.
now people are gonna have to clue in and realize that we're up and running again on a different one. So, but they'll figure it out after a minute. It's not there anymore. So,
You're the brains and LeBron. I'm just here to talk.
well, the thing is I should have done some testing. But the thing is, I don't want to just go like just bug everybody going live and for
Yeah,
nothing. So
valid, valid.
So if Brian's the brains and the bronze and you're here to talk, does that mean I'm here for the looks?
I don't know why you're here, coach. No, I'm just kidding. Uh, but um, Iron Core, it was fun.
It was a really good turnout of people, actually.
220s was good. Youth was good. 198s was lacking. I feel like Supers was a little bit lacking too. But
Jody got 40 seconds and went off. Yeah.
40 seconds of what?
The first YouTube feed. He's like, I got 40 seconds and it ended. I'm like, yeah, it just I don't know why.
Yeah, we screwed up.
No, I'll figure it out. It's probably something in the permissions, something like I have to allow multi streams at once because it seemed like when I went on live on Facebook, it canceled out the YouTube stream.
Oh yeah.
So I'll figure it out. We'll get her. We'll get her down.
Did you
Yeah.
guys see that video that Sean Hancock posted? That was that guy at IFA North American Championships trying to arm wrestle.
I don't know. I've seen a bunch of different videos, but
Dude, he posted a video of this guy who was like grabbing these guys' hands and yanking them, and he had like no clue how to arm wrestle, and he was just being a complete dick. And it was crazy, actually.
It's cringy. Was it cringy?
No, dude, like it was like so unprofessional. Like I'm pretty sure he got removed from the tournament.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's funny.
Or like if he probably should have. Like he made a complete fool of himself.
Was he doing it as a joke?
No, like it looked like he was like actually on meth or something.
Oh.
No, it was so funny. But Sean Hancock gave me permission to like repost it. So I put it
Oh.
on I put it on Instagram so more people can see it because I just captioned it how not to arm wrestle. Because literally the guy made an absolute fool of himself.
What do you
I'm
do?
assuming it was
Crazy?
that. No, he went up and gripped the guy, Brian,
Mhm.
and he like instead of grabbing the peg with his other arm, he tried to put his other arm under the guy's elbow.
Oh,
Like barroom arm wrestling?
like barroom arm wrestling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it was so funny.
Was it
No, like,
at IFA? Wow.
and he refused to put his
Yeah, you're kind of
and like elbow straight up. Like, oh, it was funny. Like, I was like, oh, that's such a Vegas arm wrestling moment. But yeah, it was
You know what? Those moments are fun though. Yeah. No, this
You've
weekend.
gotten so many views on that video. Like,
Oh, I bet. Well,
yeah.
when you get to see something like that, I mean, that should go viral, right? Yeah. Make some memes out of it.
Dude, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, it's great. Even like I've arm wrestled a few guys in the bar since I've started arm wrestling, and like a lot of time when you do like cupping, they're like, "Oh, you can't bend your wrist. You can't bend your wrist." It's like that's exactly what you can do. Or like you lean your body, they're like, "You can't lean your body." It's like, no, that's exactly what you do.
Yeah, you definitely can. Yeah.
Yeah, but they don't know any better.
Yeah. No, it's true. That's true. Yeah, no, the only thing like I said, this past weekend was good. I really, 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 really ain't gonna ever ref and pull again though. Like that's never gonna happen in my never again. So
yeah.
And I think arm wrestling refing is gonna take kind of a back burner for a long time. Because I think I've realized that I love arm wrestling, but I don't love refing.
Yeah. Well, that's a tough job.
Yeah. And I mean, Yeah, yes. And I definitely, what I should have done, if the brackets didn't change last minute at 7 o'clock, I should have pulled Masters in the beginning, and then I would have had lots of juice. So,
Yeah.
but hindsight's 2020, right? I mean,
Yeah. No. Fair enough.
yeah.
And
But I
you
mean,
know what?
overall, oh,
Go ahead, Dakota.
you go, Cody.
I was just gonna say, like, I was thinking about doing my reffing and stuff, but at the same time, I was like, at the point that I'm no longer able to arm wrestle, then I'll start reffing because I still want to be part of the sport.
Well, yeah, yeah. See, the thing is, I love the sport so much. I can't just ref. I want to arm wrestle. But when you're on your feet for 8 hours, and when you're 6'3.5" and you're doing 5,000 squats before you get to the table at 7 o'clock at night, it just it just doesn't work. I wanted it to work, but it doesn't work. Like, you're really diminished. I mean, maybe some guys can do it, but I mean, I literally could barely stand by the time I got to the table. So I was like, this sucks. And then my nemesis, the guy that I go back and forth with all the time, he enters 5 seconds before the class. When I thought they said no last minute entries all day. But I mean, still, I mean, the only thing I'm kind of bitter about over that is that, technically I lose my rank, right? So that's why I'm going to be very careful now. I can't ref all day and then pull a pro class because there's just too much at stake. I just wanted to pull because I love arm wrestling, right? But it's like, it's not really worth it. So I think yeah, going forward, refing is going to take, yeah, it's gonna go on the back burner for a while.
To
Just
be
Yeah. Fair
honest,
enough.
I I'm excited for you guys to come through with your Alberta through the fingers rankings, where it's going to be like if you beat them in a tournament, you have the right to challenge them to a super match, because the Alberta rankings, they're so fucked.
I know.
Pardon my
I
French.
agree. I agree. I mean, I'm on the board now and stuff, and I mean they do their best in that, but the way the rankings work is not, it's not legitimate. Like, we really got to work on a rankings that is more fair to everybody. Because, like, if you go into a tournament, and in the poor guys that pull multiple classes too, right? Like, you might have got into some burners, man, and all of a sudden you're just dead, and somebody beats you that would never beat you before, and then they just get your rank because they pinned you once in a tournament. Like, that's a very flawed system. So what we want to do is we want to make a ranking system where if you beat a higher ranked guy in a tournament, you get a chance to have a super match with that person. And then if you win, you deserve his rank, right? But you
Yeah.
definitely don't. I mean, and not only that, like, then the rankings just get all messed up because one little pin at a tournament and decides your rank on. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like it, and I don't think I ever will. So we're definitely going to work on something. I got half my rankings done, but it's a big job to do the rankings because I think I spent hours and I got through like 4 weight classes. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's definitely yeah. I'm thinking we should get, like, I have to talk to Corey Miller. We're gonna get on that Aries or whatever, and I think the point system that works the best in a way for tournament pulling. I think if you're going to be a tournament puller and ranked as a tournament puller, I think the point system is a great way to do that. But I think super match rankings should be separate from tournament rankings. Yeah,
Yeah. That's fair. I mean, a lot of people are way better in a super match than in a tournament.
that's true too, right? And then there's the other people too that are better in a tournament because they got that one ace move and it just works in a tournament. They beat you before you get time to adjust, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, I like how you were thinking before, where you guys have your rankings, and then if you beat the guy in a tournament, then you have the chance to pull him in a super match. Because let's say, like you were saying, how people get screwed over. Like I got screwed over in Grand Prairie and got Evan Ferguson above me on the left arm, which he's a good puller, but me fresh, he ain't beating me.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
the thing
You had a
is,
super match and everything before that. That's what I mean.
I had a left and right arm super match, and then had to go up and because I just wanted to pull the tournament afterwards, and lost to Evan, and he now is ranked above me, which at the end of the day shouldn't.
Wow. Yeah. No, I know. Well, I mean, everybody's got a story, right? About how our current ranking system is flawed. And I mean, I don't think that Jason T-Bach and those guys are even I think what we got to do is even come together and talk and how we can improve the way the rankings work. Because as they are right now, they don't make sense anyway. I mean, there's guys up near the top of my division that I would crush. You know what I mean? So it's like,
And you know what, Mark Pickering, great guy, but
yeah, but do you think he
uh,
beats me?
no,
He's like fourth or something.
he's a
Should I
great
call
guy,
out
good
Mark for the
puller.
super heavy rank, Brian?
Mark said he'd pull me. Well, a couple podcasts ago. Yeah, so Byron gets my rank now, and then I'll just jump him by 10. No, by 8. So
Maybe I'll get Jeremy to ref tonight. Now I'm pulling for the supers.
yeah, why not? You know what, Mark? Some guys were like, "Well, what's Mark got to gain by pulling you?" And I'm like, "Well, I'm 6 in the club, and that's saying something,
Yeah, true enough.
right?" Like our club rankings is I think harder to rank up in than the Alberta rankings. I mean,
Oh, insane.
have you had a chance to do a super match in the club at all, Cody? Or they still got you way down the bottom?
Way I like I think it was a year and a half ago. I super matched Zach
Oh,
because he was ranked 3 spots ahead of me. So I was like, fuck that.
yeah.
But for one, in our club rankings, no one has to say yes, and it costs money. So
Yeah, no, it's true.
Jumping right up to Hugh, hey?
You is
well,
yeah.
it was all because I'm ranked above him on the Alberta rankings on the right arm, which to be honest is another misplacement of the rankings.
Yeah.
So I asked him for a left hand match at the same time, and at first he was like, "I don't really need to," and then so I was like, "But you will if you're not scared." So he said it, and that's how that came to be.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough. That'll be fun.
Well,
And like on the right arm, like I'm gonna give it my all, but I think I'm like 10% to his 90% of beating, like winning.
it's the setup and the go that matters a lot with Hugh. You know, like when I pulled Hugh in practice, he beats me usually in practice too, but there's been a couple times where like held him and done really good against him. But it's a lot different. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I think Hugh was a big eye opener to me on how practice pulling actually really is a lot different than competition pulling.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I was bragging about that video. Do you seen the video of me holding Hugh and him trying everything to move me, and I was just holding him, and I was like, "Yes, this is awesome." But you know, when we had our match, I mean, you could clearly see there's a difference between practice pulling and real, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
and 100%. Like right arm, I give Hugh 90% chance of winning. On the left arm, I'd say it's a 65-35,
yeah.
maybe 60-40
I
for
got
Hugh.
Hugh beating you on both arms, but the left I got you closer. I got
Yeah,
you having a
that's what I'm
chance
saying.
to win. I have you as you have a chance. Yeah, yeah.
That's what
So
I'm saying. Left arm 60% Hugh, maybe 40% me.
yeah, yeah. I think the rights even might be even higher though. I think you're right. You know, and
It's like
He was actually kind of left dominant, but it's kind of not true. He's actually like a powerhouse on both arms. So I don't know. He's a good puller all around, and we got to try to get him out more because I think more people need to know who Hugh Nutbrown is because he is a really talented puller. You know, I mean,
Dude, he's a machine.
yeah, like 2 years ago he beat Joe Fox, and that was 2 years ago.
well, when I take his left arm over, I'll be the new beast.
Yep. Yeah, we'll see how that goes, man. That's awesome. That's awesome. Any surprises this weekend?
John Griffith
Yeah.
always surprises me.
He didn't surprise me. I actually, Butcher came and he goes, okay. And he picked his 2 guys or his top 3 guys in that class. And I said, I don't know. I think John Griffin. And then and he goes, really? And I said, you don't know this kid, man. I said, he's catching testosterone now. And he's so OCD about arm wrestling. And he's going to be, in 2 years from now, everybody's going to know who John Griffin is. I promise.
Yeah.
Like, he's the next Mason DeRossi. I really do think. Just because
Yeah.
he's so dialed,
The thing is he's like doesn't even have any like thickness on his hand or anything yet.
No.
Like he's just a stick still.
I know.
And look at his dad.
I know his dad's strong. Do you know my first year pulling, his dad beat me in the master's class in hitting.
His dad is an awesome guy.
Yeah.
And
Nice
he is
guy.
strong, man.
Oh, he's strong. He's
And John's gonna
strong.
fill into that.
Yeah, if he fills into that and gets his dad's strength, oh yeah, he's gonna be.
I honestly don't think it's an if. I think it's a when.
Yeah, it's a win. Yeah, no, I agree.
Like, which is super exciting.
By
Yeah.
how much stronger Miles got from the last time I pulled him.
Oh, Miles, we all know though.
But the thing is, I haven't felt him in a long time. I haven't felt him since Black Falls in the summertime.
Yeah, he's went like leaps and bounds since then. Yeah, and not only that, like I reffed his. So it was 1 year ago from last weekend. 1 year ago, he was in his second event, and I reffed it. And I said, "Look at this guy's hand. He was an amateur. He was pulling amateurs." And I said, who was he pulling? I don't even know who he was pulling. John Mercer, maybe. I'm not sure, but I'm like, man, I feel bad, man. Look at the guy's hand. I said, do the best you can. And I mean, Miles kicked ass that time. It was only his second event, right? So, I mean, in the last year, he went from amateur to friggin' like a top level pro in a year. But his hand is probably the size of a 400-pound man, too. So it's kind of,
Yeah.
He's definitely gifted. Yeah, very gifted.
As far as I think he beats Joe Fox.
Oh, the way Joe looked in Hinton, I think so. Joe didn't look himself in Hinton. So, but I don't know. That's a tall task because Joe's a really experienced arm wrestler. Problem is with Joe, he plays with his food. So, and if it wasn't for that, a lot of people wouldn't have a chance with Joe.
I don't think Miles is there yet. Just the way I watch Miles pull that Vladimir guy.
Yeah, no, I know. But I think he's improved since Vlad.
Oh, I think so too.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm confident he has.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not arguing that. But I just think Joe
is too much side pressure for Miles. Miles has a weakness to side pressure, and Joe's got a lot of it.
But don't get me wrong, Miles looked phenomenal this weekend, and I was really impressed. I like he's just a good guy and a good puller.
Oh, yeah,
he can go a really long way in the sport.
Yeah.
Well, I've pulled him 3 times now, and from the first time I pulled him to the second time, there was a decent gap. Like I could tell he's gotten better, but from that last time to this time, I think a lot of it has to do with him training with those fucking boys down in Medicine Hat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
giving him like real structure.
Crazy. Yeah. His training. And look at Sergey. Like Sergey's like he's made leaps and like he's gotten way better.
Well, I think Miles, like he always did train, but I also think with joining the Medicine Hat group, he's now has like real structured training.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I wanted to go to practice tonight, but my ribs are all bruised from cramping. So I didn't get injured. I was cramping the day of the tournament. By the time I pulled after all that reffing, I was getting these big muscle cramps in my side. And basically I just cramped really hard in my ribs and bruised my ribs. So well, at least it wasn't an injury.
Yeah, that's no good.
I thought I was injured though. I was worried. But severe muscle cramping. That's all it was.
I was gonna go to practice, but I was moving some stuff around today at work, and my arms just started pulsating, and I was like, "Nope, not ready."
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go rip everybody up. Get ready for Declan.
Vanessa Cruthers asked if Dakota's okay.
Yeah, dude. Someone named Vanessa messaged me on Facebook and they were like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm fine. What do you mean?" I didn't say anything back. It was like a request.
Well, that is legit caring and asking. I've been watching him for a while, and it's just like his head and heart isn't in it. He
Okay,
wants his fire in his belly.
I'm getting a call, guys.
I don't know if he lost the signal again because he drives from the country to practice. Yeah, yeah.
He'll be back on after his call.
Oh yeah, he'll be back. Yeah, so that does suck. I was hoping we can multi-stream through just Zoom, but it looks like if I start another one, it cancels out the one before. So I'm gonna have to use Restream. So I'll figure that out, and yeah, I'll get us on all the platforms here. But I did want to go live on multiple tonight, but it didn't work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I have to say I destroyed myself this weekend.
Oh yeah, I mean you had some burners, man.
Yeah, that Brent match on the right, man. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever had a match that lasted that long before.
Okay. Yeah. Dakota Fiery Belly. Fiery Belly Dakota. Dakota's just done a lot of competing, and I think he needs to take a little break, you know. I think that he just takes on too much. You can't compete every second weekend for months and think that, you know what I mean? Like you end up getting stagnant, right? You got to have time for healing and training and, you know, everything. I did that.
You know what?
Yeah. Oh, go on.
Like you're saying, like he's done a lot, and it's a lot of super matches.
Yeah.
I feel like if he did like anywhere from 2 to 4 super matches a year, but threw in tournaments.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, he's been doing a lot of super matches, and he did two in the same month just recently. Because he did Miles, and then he went, and a couple weeks later he pulled in Hinton against Jonathan Mercer. So that is a lot of pulling. One thing I can say though is that I was just getting a picture sent to me. The prizing was amazing at Lethbridge this weekend though. They had $200 to first place winners. They had big ass trophies for first place, pretty good sized ones for second, little dinky ones for third. But I mean, and they had the belts, and the amateur medals were actually pretty decent too. I've gotten pro medals that were worse than the amateur medals. So yeah, I thought it was pretty good. I mean, what did you place, Cody?
I got 4th right and 2nd left.
Yeah, so you got the second place one.
Yeah,
that's bigger than some of the trophies I've gotten at other tournaments for first place. So, I mean,
you know, I got a question for you. Out of that whole tournament and the matches that you did get to see, what would you say stood out the most to you for like just all around good to watch or best performance?
There was a few burners, man. There was one like hick dude. He had like kind of long hair, pulled like 5 classes. He got into one burner. He got into actually 3 different burners where it was over, I think 2 of them were over a minute. 2 of the matches were over a minute. I mean, and you got into some burners too, actually. I don't know. There was a lot of good matches, man. There was a lot of good matches this weekend. Like I was reffing, and there was times where I was like, "Come on, crowd," because like some of those matches were like really good. And then you said the 2 girls got the grinder award, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Dakota says, "I'm okay." Laugh out loud. Yeah. No, you know what? The talent was really high, and I think that's why I was disappointed too, because I reffed all day and I felt like shit, and I was done. Like I'm still healing from the weekend, man. All those my legs were jello, like just jello. I'm not cut out for it, man, because I'm self-employed and I don't do a lot of physical labor. I'll be honest. And when I'm standing for 8 hours squatting up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, it's just, it kills me. Like it's arm wrestling doesn't even come close to what reffing does to me. Yeah, serious. It's like, and my endurance isn't the best either. So, I should just know better. So, like I said, I'm really looking forward to October. They're doing another event in October, and I'm going in there to win it. Like I'm going in there strong. And
The
I'm
one
not.
that Dion might be helping put on.
I don't know if I don't know. I don't know the situation, but
He was kind of talking about it on his pod, saying that it's not a for sure thing yet or anything, but they're talking about maybe doing one together in October where they bring down some Americans.
oh yeah, yeah. Oh, either way, I don't care. Bring them all. I'm gonna be going in there mad. I just want to crush people. Yeah, so I'll be looking forward to that. So, and I'm still up in the air on April the squat rack. Yeah, well, I should do some squats for sure. But how about just no more reffing? That will help out too. But now I'm looking forward to the May one, May 23rd. Is going to be a City Slickers event, and Jody Williams is competing there, and he's competing against Lewis Holgrave or Holgrave or whatever. I challenged him before, but I didn't. I don't know if he said no or what happened, but anyway, Jody got a match with him, and it's going to be left-handed, I believe. And then they got a few other banger matches. I guess there's a couple other ones confirmed too, but there's going to be a lot of good matches on that card. And then
Yeah, I'll be going on Dion's podcast here soon and
yeah,
calling out a few of those Americans.
yeah, buddy. Yeah. Well, I mean, I think the call out's out there now. I
For
mean,
one of them. For one of
yeah,
them.
yeah. Because last night, I think he got the hint. I think he got the hint last night, but it's hard to say. Was there any other major events this weekend?
Not that I know of.
There was a few posted. They did another one. They had one in the States going on where all those guys went. Um, I think Andrew Quintana competed there. Was it
Yeah.
Forsyth tournament or something? I can't remember exactly, but it looked pretty good. It looked pretty good. You got all the Montana boys there. I think we should go down and do some of the Montana tournaments this year too.
Well, next year I want to go to the IFA Worlds.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Did you know WAF Worlds is here in 2027 in Canada?
Yeah. That's why I'm also I'm like, do I just wait 2 years to try to go to WAF Worlds or go to IFA?
I don't know. Do you think your level is going to be high enough for WAF in 2 years? If it is, I'd say do that.
Well, Mike got fifth at IFA in pros
He got
and
he get
first in
second?
masters.
I thought he got second and fifth. Oh, was it first in masters?
First in masters and fifth in pros.
Wow. Yeah, pretty good.
And like Mike's a good puller. I
Mhm.
think, me and Mike are pretty close. I would give it the edge to me, but
I think Mike was struggling too on this past weekend, trying to run an event and do everything and then pull two on top of it. Yeah.
Mike's a great puller. He has a fantastic hit on.
Got a good hit,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the biggest thing, if I ever saw, if me and Mike were talking, biggest piece of advice would be just doing a little bit more long-term pulling, like in practice, training to keep that elbow down.
Mhm. Yeah, he likes to hop.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we'll see how it goes. Like I said, next Iron Core, I'm going there to win. So I'm actually looking more forward to that than I am provincials and nationals now.
Yeah. Well, it turns out that I'm number one contender on the left, so
There you
I
go.
guess next Iron Core, I'm gonna have to freaking super match Miles and.
Oh, okay. That's not bad. Which one, the left hand?
Yeah.
Now you just train really hard. Train really hard. We got 6.5 weeks for provincials, so I got 4 weeks of crazy working out to do. So
Yeah, I got 2 weeks till Hugh
mhm.
because I did talk to Stu and he's not gonna be back by the 29th or the 30th.
No, he said second week of April or something.
Yeah, so I'm gonna talk to Brent and see if we can do our match there.
Yeah.
But
Well, I'll ref it. And you said Jeremy said he probably would.
Jeremy asked. I asked him the other day or yesterday, and he was saying maybe. But I also told him that I hadn't quite asked Stu yet. Stu hadn't gone back to me, so I don't know if he'd be able to do it now if it's in Calgary.
Well, I can't wait for Stu to get back. I want to start working out this event in the summer, man. Backyard Super Slam 2. It's gonna be huge, man.
Dude, there's so many events that are coming up that I want to go to.
I know. Well, that one there, you're not gonna want to miss because if everything goes right, we're gonna have some of those Ontario boys down, and we're gonna try to get some guys from the States too. So,
You know what I'm curious about?
Mm.
How I would do with the older Auden's brother, Milo.
I don't know. He looked pretty good the last guy he pulled, but I think you're above that guy. That might be a good match right now, but he's got a really long lever, like really long. Like it's Devin long. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like his lever's
Devin
even
Matt
longer
Long.
than Auden's. His lever's a lot longer than Auden's. Right?
Yeah.
But that, I mean, I was thinking asking Auden and Milo to come. But I was thinking, who do we give Auden?
Auden, Mason.
Mason will beat Auden. Like I don't honestly, I don't even think it's a match. I don't know if I want to make that one.
No weight limit match.
Well, I would say sure, but listen, Mason's a different, like he's elite.
Yes, he is.
Auden's not elite yet. That Mason would make Auden. I wouldn't. I don't think that. I don't even think Auden would take that match. Maybe if Auden was willing to take that match, I would make it.
Yeah, but what do you think Mason does to
Flashes him 3 times in a row. It's over.
No, I'm talking about fucking Auden just pulled him. Artem. Do you think Mason beats Artem? I don't think so.
I bet you. I bet you. Listen, you're talking Mason. If Artem catches, yeah, Artem. I might say Artem beats him too, but Artem really beat Auden bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know how that comparison is very good because maybe Artem's good enough and fast enough that he would be able to stop Mason's hit, which I don't know. I might think that's a good match, Mason versus Artem. Like you might have just popped a good idea in my head. Try to make that match.
It would be a good match.
That would be a good match. Yeah. I just think that honestly, like Auden he doesn't really have any business pulling Mason Jaroski right now. So, and it wouldn't be good for Auden because he would just look bad. You know what I mean?
What do you think about Auden or Victor?
That might be better, but I give Victor, I heavily favor Victor in that match.
You could do Auden Ali, but right-handed. Ali's left, I think, would be way too much for
but
Auden.
Ali's right can be just as dangerous depending on the day. He's ambidextrous or whatever you call that. Yeah. But you're popping in good names though and good ideas because I was thinking like who do we even offer those to, right? But Victor and Auden, that like I said, I don't know about that because I think Victor and Artem pretty soon will be a good match, right?
Because like if you're going left-hand match, Ali is stronger than Victor. Victor's better on the right arm.
Left, yeah. No, you're right. Victor's definitely more dominant on the right. He's just very, very technical everywhere too. And his setups are crisp. It's hard to beat him in the setup. He beat me on the right this past year, and I blasted him, and he went really high and stopped it, and then just ripped me. I was pissed because he's smaller than me, right? But yeah, he beat me.
He joined
really good.
He joined my weight class last minute, and he felt bad, like because he was like joined last minute.
Yeah.
So technically, I have 2 pins on him, but they were very much given to me. They were very much like he let me work really hard, and then he just slowly went like this.
Yeah, I know. I was just like,
thank you very much.
Victor's very honorable though, and you know what? He's actually, listen, tell you the truth. And then like his blow up year is coming. I'm thinking by the end of this the end of this year, everybody in North America, when if they don't know already, they're gonna know Victor Belloff. Because he's just his trajectory is going straight up too. You know, Allie's on a mission right now. Yeah, like we got some killers, man. Yeah, I think Ontario can throw anybody they want at us, and we got somebody for every single person. I really do.
I think at that time, Caleb better start back bulking up because he's leaning out right now. But I think
Yeah.
Caleb versus Pork Chop would be a good match.
Yeah, I think so too. The left-handed match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that'd be an insane card.
Mhm.
Pork Chop, freaking Caleb, freaking let's say Victor, Auden,
Mhm.
me, Bo, or whatever, fucking Mason, Artem.
Mhm.
Those are all that'd be awesome pay-per-view for Canada and the States.
Yeah, and you get Milo and Auden here. I'm sure we can get Devin here then.
Yeah, 100%.
But come the second week of April, though, I'm gonna start putting things in motion. I want this event to happen. So, and I don't think we have enough. I mean, we have nationals and stuff like that, but we should be super matching in Canada, East and West more often. Like, there's no reason we shouldn't know who wins out of this person and that person. Like, we should have. That's the thing. We're in the same country and we don't even know who wins. Like,
Yeah.
and
I
we
think
should.
when nationals this year is going to be a good show. I think we're gonna because it's a lot more closer to Alberta.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna have a lot more northern Canadian boys in it,
Mm-hmm.
and I
Yeah,
think we're gonna
nationals
wipe
is
the house.
in Saskatchewan, right?
Yeah, and
But
you know what? That's kind of like the middle of the pack right
mm-hmm.
there. It's BC and like on. It's like right in the middle of Canada.
Mm-hmm. That's gonna be good. Nationals gonna be good. But provincial is only 6 weeks, so it's gonna be. I don't know. In the next few weeks, I'll try to get to a few practices, and then so I'm gonna try to get table time for the next 2 weeks, and then it's gonna be all gym right up until provincials.
Well,
I just need some table time right now.
I'm gonna do blood flow for the next day or two. Then I'm gonna start adding weights in a little bit, and like 5 or 6 days out from Hugh, more blood flow. Then
Oh yeah, because you got that match with Hugh 2 weeks. Yeah. I started working out again today. I was fine. Like I said, all my issues were cramping. So, but my ribs are sore a bit. So, I did. I did some JM presses and some bench presses, and I did some pretty good heavy cupping routine, and then just kind of ease back into my training. And then by Sunday's going to be a PR day. So I'm going to go for a 155 on the single arm table curl. So,
I've been finding it a little harder to find time that's not late at night for training.
and it's not good to do it then. It's best to do it early in the day. But you know what?
With
Any training's
little,
better than no training. So,
when I get home from work after 10 hours, the girlfriend wants a little bit of a break from the baby.
well, yeah, you got a young one now. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, do the best you can now, right? And then the baby gets easier, man, as it grows, right? I just found out. Did you see? We found
Yes,
out
you're having a little boy,
a
little
little
grandson
boy.
boy.
Yeah, I know. I got my first grandkid's a boy. I know. I'm happy. I'm happy. Yeah.
You got a little arm wrestler to be.
Well, yeah, and the family got bigger. So now Jared's definitely my son-in-law, and I got a little boy. That's pretty cool, though. Yeah.
Well, aren't they engaged or are they actually married yet?
No, they're engaged. They're
Yeah.
engaged. Yeah. They're gonna get married. They actually wanted to rush it, and I said no. I said, I know you're religious and everything, but just you know what? Well, next summer, not this summer. The baby comes, get married the following summer, right? And
Yeah, there's no point, like, especially in
it
today's
gives me
society.
time to save money too. So
Oh, are you gonna be the kind of father that pays for part of it?
I have to. I'm the daughter's father, right?
Oh, see, when I get married, I gotta pay for 100% my own wedding. Most people I know pay for their own wedding.
Yeah, but I'm not like that. I mean, it's tradition. The dad of of the bride usually covers it, but I don't know. We'll see how big of a wedding they want. If they're willing to just have a mediocre wedding but a big reception, then I'll pay for all of it, right? So we'll see how it goes.
To be honest, I'd have just the closest family at the wedding part, and then have everyone come because it's way easier to just to rent a venue, do a little bit of decorating, have a caterer come in, feed a
Yeah.
few people, than having a huge place where you can have a
Well,
ceremony.
they were thinking about getting married at Bellick Ranch.
See, that'd be great. I don't
See,
think you would charge them a damn thing.
oh no, we work it out and we do their wedding there, their reception. People can camp for the weekend, and we can throw a friggin' arm wrestling event and be a wedding slash arm wrestling. Yeah. My daughter actually would like that. She said she would
That's
actually.
awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah. So, and she's looking forward too to getting back to training and arm wrestling because she was just starting to get good when she got pregnant.
You know
Yeah.
what? She was getting good, and
Mhm.
like we have a kind of a stacked women's division in here in Alberta.
Oh, I know.
Like Jeremy's daughter,
Yeah.
insanely good. And like she even had the guts to go up and pull in the amateur men's
And
class
then she
and give it
she
and give it
pulled
her all.
there's Amber and Drouse. Not only did she kick ass in her divisions, she pulled a man at the adult men's class. Like
Yeah, didn't
that's
she win her age division, the women's division,
yeah,
and then pulled in the men's division?
she won it all. Yeah,
I don't know if what she got in the men's division. I can't
I
remember,
think like fifth or something. But
but still, for amateur men's division, that's insane for her age. What's she, 16?
yeah. We were just saying how Amber pulled the men's class, Dakota.
Yeah, Ambrin's crazy,
I know,
dude. It's nuts.
isn't it? I mean, holy shit. And like it'd be nice too, come the nice weather and that she can actually come to practice. She doesn't get to practice very much. She pulls with her dad only, right?
Dude, you know what else? She literally pulled the two best amateurs right off the rip, or else she probably would have got some wins in that class.
No, I know.
Like that's crazy. Also, I don't know who this Vanessa person is, but I'm fine. I lose a couple matches and she's like, "Is he okay?" I'm just shooting a little above my belt here lately, trying to get some wins.
She might be like one of your biggest fans though, you don't know.
No, and that's fair. Like I get that, but
Yeah,
I
I know.
you would know if I wasn't okay. I wouldn't be showing up to practice and I wouldn't be posting arm wrestling stuff. I probably wouldn't have super match. Like if I lost my passion, I feel like I wouldn't do super matches anymore. I don't know.
I'll be right back. I'm just running to the bathroom.
No worries. But yeah, no, I'm chilling, just having just as much fun as ever. I mean, life gets busy sometimes but I'm still training as
Oh,
much
I
as I
was
can.
saying, it might be good for you because you know what? I kind of got in that rut too, where I was so active that it's hard to keep leveling up and getting your strength up when you're competing so regularly, and you're
Yeah.
not having enough time to focus on training. You know what
Well,
I'm
Lethbridge wasn't initially in my plan, to be
saying?
completely honest. I was gonna just train up for Declan. That's why, I personally feel like I underperformed right arm there.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, after April 5th, I'm gonna take some time. I got to pull in Texas too, though. Like I'm booked for Texas now, and I'm not going there, not
Are you
pulling.
going now? Okay.
Yeah, 100%. But the
I
thing is
can't
with
afford
that,
it.
yeah, that's fair. The thing is with that is I also just want to get as much experience as I can while I can. And I know that the strength will come as I
Will
get
come.
older too.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I get where I mean,
It's a
I get
journey too, right? It's a
it's a
journey.
journey and it's you know what, as much as it's about being the best, it's about having fun.
Yeah.
And my dad was like, "I'm home, let's go." And I'm like, I'm not gonna say no to him. The
Yeah.
other thing is I had planned the day before. I was quite tired. Like I wasn't in my prime arm wrestling performance. That doesn't mean I can't go grip up with new people on the table and learn a few things and get to see everybody.
Well,
I
yeah,
think
no, I agree. I agree. But it's just like the only thing I don't like, and that's why I was bringing up the rankings earlier, is because you made a good point. It's about having fun too, right? So, it's nice to be able to go pull an event, even if I'm off training or I'm reffing all day. or you know what I mean? Like just to pull. But it sucks when, you know what I mean? There's things that you can be punished for just because you just want to have some fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, well, and like, don't get me wrong. Like, there's gonna come a time when I'm gonna be dialed and I'm gonna be making a run at like being the absolute best of all time, and that
Oh
will
yeah.
come. But I also have an understanding right now that I'm young. I have lots of time to grow. I'd say the most important things for me right now are gaining experience. Like every time you do a tournament, you get
Learn
a
something.
little less nervous or you understand something a little better. Your setup gets better, things like that. And even if I'm not at my peak, I don't see the point in hindering myself by maybe taking a loss or two and losing out on that experience.
Hmm.
Plus, I love seeing everybody. Like, it's
Me
fun to
too.
see everybody. You
Yeah.
know what? It's a big community. And as much as, growing, like personally for me, like I look at myself in a sense as a business and I want to grow my Instagram. I want to grow this podcast. I want to grow, everywhere I can. But half of that's being a good arm wrestler. Half of that's posting, your videos and stuff.
Being out there.
Half of that is going and talking to people and getting them to like you,
Mm-hmm.
you
Yeah.
know, being a
Mhm.
nice guy, getting a good impression because, people are more supportive of you when they know you personally, when they've met you, things like that. And like, that's why I appreciate like that Vanessa whoever's concern for me because like I don't think I've ever met that person or whatever, but like I'm honestly doing just fine.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Yeah, and I have to say it was awesome going to. I wasn't even going to go to this Lethbridge tournament because I was going to be gone to work. But showing up to the Lethbridge tournament, getting to meet the man behind arms again, Dion, it was great having dinner with him and everything. I
he's
met so
nice.
many new people.
Dion's a good person.
Oh yeah, man. Anywhere you go, everyone's good. Like that's why I'm pumped for Texas because it's gonna be busy. There's gonna be a lot of good arm wrestlers in
Yeah.
there. I plan on getting a lot of filming and stuff in. That's one thing I've really been focusing on lately too. Is just like I've set a schedule for myself now on like the social media side and what I want to post, what days I want to post it. And I really just want to live up to that schedule for a good, 6, 7, 8 months, maybe even a year, and just really see like where the consistency can take you. Because I feel like the sport is so niche and you get to meet so many cool people that it's nice to give back to them in the sense of, a little training video or explaining something that someone might not think of. Because especially when we go to Montana, like a lot of those guys they don't have the knowledge that we have up here.
No.
And social media is a great way to help them develop some knowledge, show them a thing or two they might not know, and just, give them some experience. That way, when it comes around again and there's a, East versus West North America or something, when we get to that point, we got all those Montana guys on our team, they can say, you know what, Dakota, thank you. You helped me. I learned this by watching you. I've seen this by watching. And it's just,
Yeah.
I like giving in that sense, and I think it's a really good way for me to have fun, for me to grow my name, but also to give back to the community in a sense.
Oh yeah. Well, that's kind of the thing too with the refing. I wanted to like get videos and I was even thinking about interviewing just random people and shit. But I'm on the stage for the whole day. You know what I mean? So it's just like, yeah, that's why no more refing. And I am from now on, whenever we go to an event, I'm going to do my best to interview people and like winners of classes or people that just had like an amazing performance and stuff. Kind of hit them up like right afterwards if I can. I think
Yeah,
kind of like what remember what was his name? The guy that used to do Arms TV.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I mean he had that dialed, like
I ordered a tripod for my phone, one that extends, but it also folds up, and you can just have the phone in like your hand.
yeah,
And then I ordered a microphone, like what you have with the USB-C, Brian. I had an
yeah,
Amazon gift card. And I'm hoping both those come in before I get to Texas. And what I plan on doing in Texas is like I know Auden's gonna be there.
yeah,
I really want to, especially because we have James coming, like one of the camera guy with Matt.
yeah.
I really at some point want to pull Auden aside. Like I want to pull some of these pullers aside and try and get some
Oh yeah,
interviews with them. Just
definitely.
because like Auden hasn't really talked since his super match.
No, well, he did one. I watched one video.
That was a post match thing though, wasn't it? And then he made his own video.
He
Like
made
no
his own
one's really
video.
interviewed him.
No, no, you're right. You're right. It was his own video.
I think that's a gold mine right there. I
Yeah,
think that you have Matt. You can talk to Matt about pulling Curtis Galley.
yeah,
You have John Brzenk possibly his last match. Did you see Devin's new video? Devin said this might be John's last match he ever pulls.
Mhm.
Like just some things like that. Like I think it's gonna be a great event. John Terry, and I know that guy really well. I want to interview him before he pulls Craig Tullier, man.
Amazing.
If he beats Tullier, he's like the new guy in North America.
Oh yeah, he is
Like,
the man, and he's kind of becoming that already. But yeah, he beats Tullier. Yeah, there's no one standing. I mean, they did a round robin last year, I think, to really see who was the best, and Tullier creamed everybody. So
yeah, man. Like Craig Tullier is good. It's a tough ask for John, but you know what? Like John's just been on a tear, and it's hard to bet against him.
yeah,
And
no,
he's so nice. And and then it's just like he's a guy you want to root for, especially Canadian too.
yeah, no, I'm a big fan. It was tough when he went against Clifton because I really like Clifton. He's my friend. So it was like I was kind of torn between the two a little bit,
I know.
but other than that, John all the way. I mean, yeah, he's a stud, man. Look how another person that just invested in himself was him. I remember watching the Savage Search, remember for Arm Wars.
Yeah.
And I remember the first video I watched was his application video to the
With his
channel.
twisted T.
Yeah, with his twisted T. Yeah. And he sold himself so good. And I was like curious about that guy ever since, right?
Yeah.
And he's blown up. I mean, Arm Wars definitely gets your name out there. So if you can get a match on Arm Wars, I mean, definitely don't pass it up.
No, I know. And like even Mason, I got an Arm Wars match
Yep.
and I'm super
Yeah, that
hyped
was a
for him.
burner too, man. What a match.
Yeah, you know what though? I heard that Mason steamrolled a few people before that, and it was so bad that they didn't even want to post those matches.
Yeah, I know because he does. Yeah,
Mason's got a like I get it. He's one of them guys too, got a lot going on, which I get, but he's got to make a real push for
yeah,
himself to get on some of these high stages
yeah.
because
He's there.
he's an elite, man.
Oh, yes, Mason's elite. His hit is probably one of the best in the world.
Yeah, like he if I were Mason, and like obviously I'm not like telling him what to do. I know him and Scott are really good, but I would try and do a WAF Worlds
Yeah, I would too.
and I would see where I'm at. The reason I would try and do a WAF Worlds is because that's where like the Angans and the people like that are looking.
Yeah.
They're looking at WAF
Well,
Worlds.
the thing is the second, so he's gonna have to fill out that form and get unbanned with WAF,
Yeah,
but then
but
he can't go back to ETH afterwards, though.
I mean, I don't know. I just feel like WAF is much more beneficial for
I
him.
think he's timing it, and I think you're right, though. I think he's ready, though. You know.
Yeah, I
Well, me
think
and
so.
Brian were talking earlier. What would you think about a Mason Artem match?
Uh,
The Artem's stronger, but Mason's hit. I mean, he might be able to catch him.
yeah, I don't know. It's closer than
Might be. I don't
closer
know.
than people think.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think Mason and Auden's a bad match for Auden. I
Oh
think
yeah, I think so
I think
too.
Mason's just too high. His level is too high.
The only place I think Mason gets beat by Auden is the setup.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
And
Maybe.
Auden has a heavy top roll, and
I
that's how
know.
Miles got him at that tournament.
Mason's slick, man. And I mean, he fools so many people in the
Yo,
setup.
it's the champ right here. Gavin the champ.
Oh,
I'm on
Gavin.
the
Hey, buddy. How's it going, bud?
Good.
You sore? You're practicing already?
I'm not really too sore anymore.
He's too
Yeah,
good.
14. He's
He's
14.
too good.
That's crazy. Yeah, you had some wars, buddy. I thought you'd be really sore still. That's
Thomas Dumas, this kid is coming for you.
good.
This kid is coming for you.
That's
Oh,
the
yeah.
plan.
All right, I'll be right in, guys.
See ya.
Have a good practice, guys.
No, that kid is gonna like he's
Yeah, Gavin has come so far. He's 14 years old. He cleans out the junior class. He goes to the adult class, and like he podiumed in both, didn't he?
You know what the crazy part is? The top 3 juniors were also the top 3 amateurs. Like that junior class with that
Yeah.
Braxton kid, Gavin, and I can't remember. Like
Yeah,
I
yeah.
feel so bad. I can't remember his name from BC.
Oh, the muscle bound roided kid.
He's not roided, but
I
he
know, I
looks like
know.
it.
He looks like it
You
for a
know
second.
who he reminds me
Yeah,
of?
yeah,
Paul Passmore's son
yeah,
and
yeah,
him
yeah,
look
yeah, yeah,
very similar.
yeah, yeah. I agree. I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, Gavin, man, what a stud. That kid's come so far, man.
Oh yeah.
Wait till when he starts catching the testosterone, man. He's only 14. Wait till he's 16, 17. Like it's gonna
Dude, I know. He's 15 now.
oh, he's 15.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that kid in the red shirt was 17 years old.
Yeah,
Yeah, both those other kids were on their way out of youth, and Gavin just entered like the youth, that oldest youth division,
yeah, yeah.
which is nuts.
Joseph. Okay. Oh,
Like,
Jason Shaw's in the chat. Hey, that guy, he's getting better.
yeah,
Shout out to
Jason.
Jason. You're getting better, man. I liked how you thought to roll out on Dale's hand. That shows that you're learning.
Yeah, no, Jason pulled really well. I was very
Yeah,
impressed.
yeah.
He's just a strong guy too.
Very strong. Yeah.
Yeah.
I felt him. He's strong. Yeah.
But guys, that's probably my cue to go practice.
Yeah, you better go. You better
All
go.
right. Well, we'll have to run another one this week sometime, Brian.
Yeah, buddy, just let me
Thursday?
know when you're free. Yeah.
I'm free all day Thursday.
Well,
I'm getting a
Jonathan,
haircut. I'm getting some things
okay.
done, but I'm
Maybe
free.
we'll get Jonathan Griffin on Thursday.
We could do Jonathan Griffith. Like,
He
yeah,
wants on. I
yeah.
talked to his dad.
Let's
Yeah.
get him on. We'd love to have him on.
I think
But
so. I think it'd be good.
all right, guys. Enjoy the rest of the podcast.
Hey,
To
bro.
everyone in the chat, I'm fine. All right. I'll see you guys later.
See you, brother.
Bye.
So is funny.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Yes, he practiced. I probably should have went, but tell you the truth, I have bruising all on the side of my ribs from where I was cramping on Saturday.
Yeah.
It's just like, I don't want to pull. And I
Yeah, I
do.
want to give myself a few more days of healing just because I do have that match coming up right away and I don't want to be
Yeah.
dumb.
Well, that's just it too, right? I would say next practice, try to go, and then maybe don't even practice. If it's 2 weeks away, I wouldn't even table time for the last 10 days, unless you're just gonna blow up your hand or work on setups. I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't like table time too close to when I compete.
I'll probably like if I go to the next practice, it'll probably go in with Zach because I give him a ride all the time.
I just
And
hate myself. Fuck. See this here? It's a lighter and it's a taser.
oh Jesus.
Yeah, see it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like 40,000 volts or something or whatever it is. And I was just sitting here and I wasn't thinking, and I totally tased myself. It was kind of funny. Yeah. Don't fuck with tasers.
Zach on the table and go through some motion, just like
Yeah,
just
exactly.
blood flow and technique. Not nothing too heavy, like maximum 50%. Just
Yeah.
blood flow and technique.
You know what worked for me a couple times is the last week before I compete, I just blow up just my hand. I just like do setups and just blow my hand all this shit. And then for some reason my hand doesn't blow up as bad. Like if let's say I did Monday and Thursday, I just blew up my hand only. It seemed like by Saturday it didn't blow up at all. I haven't been doing that either, but I was doing it. It was working.
And I have to say, this weekend was my first time ever being in an actual top roll, fighting a top roll match before.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. That's cool. I know.
What's his name? What was
usually
what's
in a
buddy with the blue? What was buddy with the blue hat's name that I was in?
blue hat.
Forget his name. I think he got first place right 242.
I don't know.
And he got second place right-handed 220s, and he got third left-handed in the 220s.
I don't know who it was. I can't remember half the people though, because I'm reffing and I can't tell who's pulling all the time. I know like when you're pulling and shit, just because you know what I mean, but
Yeah.
I don't remember everybody. No. But there were some killers, and you were in a tough the one class, one arm was pretty tough competition for you. But I mean, like I said, Dale killed himself because he was really, really sick. And I will stick up for him because man,
Oh, trust me,
he didn't look good, man, that day.
that pin that I got on him, I don't even consider it really a pin.
Yeah. Mhm.
It wasn't Dale. Dale wasn't Dale. He was sick
No,
as a dog.
he was.
He had already pulled in a few weight classes. He had nothing left.
No, no, no. He was deadly. Dale wasn't so deadly. But he won the Masters class at least, so he got that win. So he still got a first place and you know in the
But
pro
I do
division.
want to have him fresh, Dale fresh, me fresh. That'd be such a
I
good
think that'd
split.
be a good match, actually. Really good match. Because there's a lane where I think he could beat you in his lane, but you're starting to get multiple lanes. So I think that I think it'd be good. Yeah.
But see, I'm starting to get multiple lanes on my left arm. My right arm is
Mhm.
I have
That's
to.
tough. And Dale doesn't pull left; he only pulls right.
Yeah.
So that would be a war for sure because you guys would both be just dead inside hook.
Well, you gotta think it basically. I think with me and Dale, it would be based on stamina and who can recover faster.
Oh no, I agree. I
I
agree.
think strength wise, we're right there.
I think you might have him on stamina. You actually have decent stamina.
Well, me and Brent started pulling before your match started.
Yeah,
Then your match started and ended before ours ended in that video.
I know. I know. That was a burner, man. But Brent, he gets in that hook too. He's a beast too,
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah.
I've beat him on the right before. But see, me and Brent, we pulled a few times. The first time pulling was East versus West qualifiers that you had.
Yeah, I remember that.
Every other time we've pulled, we
You
always
beat him
switch
there.
like
You beat him there, didn't you?
left arm. He beat me
Right.
right arm.
That's
The
right.
next tournament, I beat him right arm. He beat me left arm. And it's
Yeah.
always he's never beat me on both arms at one tournament, and I've never beat him on both arms at one tournament.
Yeah, Brent's getting really strong too. Like even his gym lifts look pretty good.
I told
Well,
him
he's a
next
pretty
time
good
we
dude.
face, I'm gonna beat him on both arms.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. Provincials, maybe.
I just got to get a little bit more stamina in that bicep, and then I'm good. A little more stamina. I think 2%, 2% have it.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I think that event was a success anyway. So
Oh, dude, it was an amazing
I
event.
it was. And I think if anything, I was just jealous I didn't get to experience it properly. Because I mean, yeah, I wanted to pull and I wanted to get video footage and it's just like when you're reffing, man. Like and reffing's like a thankless job anyway. Like it's not I don't even get how these guys make careers out of reffing because it's like it's got to be the community and just the travel and everything. That is why they do it. What do you
Yeah,
think?
I think so too. And like, you know what? I think it's Butcher. Butcher was the one that was there, right? The tall
Yeah, he's good.
ponytail.
He's one of the best refs in the world. So
I was talking with him, and like, even he was saying, he's like, when I'm reffing, I don't consider the way you speak to me as how you actually feel of me.
mhm.
They're able to separate that because, like, he's like, right now you're in a fight in
Yeah,
your
yeah.
mind. This is a fight, and things get heated when you're in a fight.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna call me a fucker. You're gonna say I'm a piece of shit.
Yeah, that's true.
You can say all. You can curse my mother, basically.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
at the table, that's not who you are.
Yeah. No, it's
That's
true.
you in war mode.
Yeah. Well, he told me a long time ago too, ref and then competing isn't good and it doesn't work. So I should have just listened because now every time I ref, I'm just like, oh, and I've competed in ref now 4 times, and I tell you right now, every single time it affected me. Every time. The one time I did it at Mayhem, it worked out because I pulled Masters and it was one of the first classes of the day. And I was good. I took second place to Josh Bellin that day. I was against Josh in the finals. And I and that was at Mayhem in the mall. And I pulled really good. but that was at the beginning of the day, right? If I'm waiting till, this is another reason I don't like, we were talking about it with James. I really do think that us pros, we've done our weights, man. We shouldn't be waiting till 7 o'clock at night to pull. I
No,
really do think the pros should be pulling first. And I don't care. I know you're worried about attendance and people staying and stuff. But if the pros pulled first, for one, they're getting what they deserve because they've done years of fucking tournaments and waiting around. Another thing is that the amateurs can actually watch and learn something. You know, if I'm an amateur and the pros are pulling, I'm going to be watching, you know, see how they set up, see, where their legs are, all that kind of stuff. It's more beneficial for the amateurs to watch the pros than the other way around. I don't know.
and like I told them, the ones that are gonna stay are gonna stay. The ones that
Yeah.
are gonna go anyways.
Exactly.
Like if you want people waiting around for weights, like you know how many medals or trophies at every tournament I've ever go to that no one's there to claim them because
Yeah.
as soon as they were done pulling, they were gone. Those
Yep.
people left anyways.
They just leave
But
anyway.
the ones that are gonna stay will stay and watch the amateurs and like someone like you could ref the amateurs afterwards
Mhm.
if you wanted.
Oh, it'd be a lot easier, wouldn't it? Yeah. And then I could compete and everything and then still help out in the ref. Well, it's true. It's true. But yeah, this doing both, it's done. Like I'm not doing it anymore. And actually, it's kind of good that I take a break because what's going to happen is I'm going to hate reffing and then I'm not going to do it anymore. So it's best right now. I just focus on what I want to do, and that's arm wrestle. And then down the road, maybe I won't be as serious in arm wrestling and I'll do more reffing. But for now, I mean, I've reffed already. I've only been reffing for what, 2 years? And I've done like 25 events in 2 years. Like,
I would consider refing like how you say you don't have these guys do it full time as a retirement gig.
yeah, exactly. No, I agree. I agree. More like, yeah, more like, I get to still after pull with people, see my friends, ref, make
You're
a little,
not working anymore, just making your pension, or you're
exactly.
living off your pension,
Yeah.
earning a few extra bucks, getting to travel a bit.
No, I agree. I agree. I think that's more suited. I mean, because trying to be a ref and an active ref and still train and be at a high level in arm wrestling, it's just I don't know. I don't know who does it. I guess Tim Talmadge does it. Yeah. He's gotten to a pretty decent level arm wrestling and reffing at the same time. But for me, it's gonna be just arm wrestling. So and what's the next event? What do we
Next
got to look
event,
forward to here? Yeah.
provincials.
That's next?
I don't think there's any other planned event that I know of.
Um, yeah, provincials. Well, I don't even know like how the turnout's going to be at provincials. I'm telling everyone to get there and let's have a good provincials. It's really local. It's in Black Falls, so it's kind of that's in between Edmonton and Calgary. So I mean, everybody should be able to make it, and I think it's going to be a banger.
And I don't think there's going to be as many buys as there was going to be.
There was going to be, yeah, but now I think
Yeah.
things have evened out a little bit. Yeah, yeah. Because I had one too. Um, but like I said, I mean, me and Fraser squash things, and he's doing a lot for the sport, and I don't know, we gotta support him. I
You know
mean,
what? I have to say the biggest thing I've seen him do is really focus on the youth.
mhm. Yeah, and
I
you know what?
you know what? Out of any beef that he's had with any of us,
Yeah,
we can always say that he's done a very good job with introducing the sport properly to the youth.
yeah, and he brings in a lot of young people, and he's had some success too. That one little guy he trained, I don't remember his name, but you can just see him. He's like 8 years old, tiny. He's top rolling like a champ, and I mean, it is good because you know what, the sport isn't just about us; it's about the future of the sport too, right? And we want to bring in the youngsters, and that's another thing too. Like these other countries, they have like they start in school. Like some of these kids are young. Yeah, they got a really good chance of being a world champion if they start at like 8 years old, right? Just like any sport, really.
I know my boy's gonna be starting as soon as he can walk.
I'm gonna have a grandson now. You know, he's gonna be arm wrestling.
They're
Right?
not. They won't be that far off in age, too.
No, they'll be close. Yeah, yeah, yeah. She's due in August, beginning of August. So I'm pretty
Okay.
excited, man. I'm pretty excited.
Oh, dude.
Awesome. So
I have to say, I didn't know I could love anything this much.
yeah, I know. That's why yeah, you don't really know until you have a kid. You don't know, right? But
Yeah.
it changes your life, it changes the way you think about things. And like we become a lot more mature and wiser quick when we have children. So it's almost like a snap of the fingers. You know what I mean? Weird.
And you know what? It makes me want to succeed more in everything I want to, like, everything I do. Like even arm wrestling, I don't think I'll ever be world, level,
Mm-hmm.
but I want to build a name so in the future my kid can see, hey, my dad did something pretty awesome.
Exactly. Yeah, we want our kids proud of us for sure. But well, you know what? I won't run this podcast too long tonight. Wanted to say Iron Core League, you did a wicked job. I mean, that event's going to be one of the featured events in Alberta, if it's not already. I mean,
Yeah.
I think next year, I think in October or even as maybe next year, March, you're going to see probably like a 30-40% increase in entries because now their pricing is so good and they have the belts and with the trophies added to it, that makes a big difference. They're adding belts to masters and grandmasters for next year. So, I mean, yeah, $200 also, and that number could even go up depending on sponsors, right? You know, and
Matt
then
started at 40, doesn't it?
40, yep.
No, okay.
I know I only got 3 years I can be grandmaster.
Dude, I got another 10 years until I'm a master.
Oh, yeah, no, you're a young boy. But yeah, so yeah, hats off to Lethbridge Club. Good event. Next one I'll enjoy a lot more, so I won't be reffing. And but yeah, and yeah, thanks for coming on with me, Cody. I appreciate it, buddy.
You know where's bud?
Yeah, man. And thanks everyone for joining us tonight. Have a good night. Probably see us Thursday night around the same time, and hopefully with Jonathan Griffin from Edmonton Extreme. But until then, everyone have a good night. And thanks again.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Oh, damn.